Hey guys, so today I am going to show you how I make my lasagna. I personally use Prego oven ready lasagna. I'll tell you why I use that now. I wanted ground beef, but they didn't have it, so I got ground chuck. 80-20 on the fat. It's green wise, no antibiotics, but you can use whatever meat you want, really. Minced garlic. I put just a pinch of Cajun, some onion powder, cumin, garlic powder, Himalayan sea salt, and a medium onion, of course Vidalia, diced. And I shall show you in a minute what's next. Okay, so next step is I mixed all the seasonings from over there to here, except for the crushed garlic. That I'm going to add in a little bit. So I mixed it all together instead of just pouring it on top. Now, instead of frying my meat and then adding the onions, I just take an extra step. It is a little bit longer, but boy, does it pay off. And what I did was I added my spaghetti sauce. I use Prego Italian Traditional, but you can use it whatever you want, any kind, or you can make your own. I just put about maybe a cup to a cup and a half, and I'm going to cook the meat when that gets hot, and it makes it so tender, and it's just delicious that way. That's how I make my meatballs. So I've learned a tradition of cooking my meatballs in the sauce, not separate. And even with the meat sauce for the lasagna, it tastes good. It takes a little extra time, but you're not going to sit here and watch it, so it doesn't really matter. And as soon as that gets warm, I am going to throw my meat in. Okay, so the sauce is simmering, and I am just adding bits of my meat in here until it's all in there. And I have a pound of beef. I don't know if I said that. I don't think so. And I try to spread it out as much as possible. And then of course I'll break it up with my beautiful little Japanese wooden spoon. I just finished cooking some chicken, so I still have some grease on my stove, which I gotta get rid of. Okay, so I'm gonna add the rest and then I'll be back. Okay, so this is now cooking, and I haven't covered it up yet, but before I do, I'm going to add a big chunk of garlic, that diced garlic, and my medium onion. Alright, I just wanted to show you it's just simmering now, and I'm going to leave this for 30 minutes. Just stir it a couple of times and you're good. Okay, so the meat is done. It's been about 45 minutes, I think, and I just crushed it up a bit. And I'm using a smaller dish pan to make my lasagna because it's only going to be the two of us, so this only puts 2 pieces. And then I'm going to layer it next with some meat sauce. All right, there's layered meat sauce. And before you put, there's my oven ready at 375. There you go. Before you put the 2 noodles or 6 noodles, however wide your pan is, just cover the bottom with any sauce that you're using. And then I layer some cheese down, a little bit of mozzarella, and then I'll go on to my next layer. So, put a nice big serving. Now, when I have a space that big, I'm just going to add an extra noodle. That's it, and it's fine. And I put 3 big chunks of ricotta cheese, and I'm just going to spread that out. Okay, just spread it out like that. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of my meat sauce and spread that out. Okay, so after I spread that meat sauce over it, I'm going to put another layer of pasta. Now I'm going to put a little bit more sauce over that, and then I'll show you what's next. Okay, so that's spread out. Now I'm gonna add a layer of mozzarella. I had a little bit of sauce there. And then I diced up these little Roma tomatoes. I put some oregano on them. And I'm just gonna layer that as one of my layers. You can do whatever vegetable you want, or no vegetable, just all cheese. But I just do that. And yeah, I'll spread them out because it bugs me when it's not. There you go. I'm gonna add one more layer of noodles. Okay, so this is my last layer. See how all three fit there now? Because the lasagna pans always get larger as you go. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of this sauce and some of my specialty meat sauce that I made. Get that over there. That would be a shame if that spilled. Okay. Okay, so my camera shut off there for a second. So I added some spaghetti sauce. Now I'm gonna add some of my meat sauce that I made. And I'm just gonna spread that out and make sure that this whole thing, got my blue apron on today. Looks funny. I'm gonna make sure that this whole thing is covered completely. I'm even gonna put just a little bit extra of the regular sauce on it, because I'm actually gonna make another pan of lasagna with some leftovers. There we go. Now, once you've got all the noodle covered, I mean corner to corner, completely covered, then you are going to add your heart's desire of mozzarella. I personally put like an inch of it on. Everybody likes the mozzarella. And I just use Walmart brand. It's like $7 for a huge bag of it, opposed to like 15 at Publix. Okay, that's what it looks like. It's gonna go into the oven for about 45 minutes. A little bit extra there. And I'll show you when it gets out. Now, I always assume everybody knows this, so just in case you don't, cover it with foil, okay? And then you put it in the oven. There it is. I made 2 extra ones for friends, but this is what's for dinner. So, so delicious. I believe it was, let me see, it was $3.75 for 45 minutes. There you have $3.75 for the already pre-cooked noodles for 45 minutes at $3.75. I made 2 little ones for friends. And that is what's for dinner. So delicious. Bon appetit.